Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Pooja Agarwal, and it gives me immense pleasure to showcase our work at this Avni conference. So I'm a trained molecular biologist from IISc Bangalore, and 3 years back I have started my journey in public health field, and I must say that I'm enjoying each and every day of it. Presently, I work with JSS Medical College, Mysuru, which is a private medical college, as senior resident, and I'm also the adjunct faculty at IPH Bengaluru. About my organization, we have an India Alliance project with IPH Bengaluru, which is a NGO, and IIPH Bengaluru, which is a public health institute, and has established a virtual multi-institutional state-of-the-art tribal health research center, which we have decided to call CITRIT. It is embedded in community setting, which conduct research on neglected health problems. You can see here in this particular diagram of Adivasi populations and work on designing and implementing contextually specific community health interventions related to hemoglobinopathies, tobacco and alcohol usage in Chamarajanagar district, Karnataka. So the main focus of my team is to generate or establish a hemoglobinopathies registry, which we call PHR, among the tribal population in South Karnataka. So you can see the logo of all the three institutes here: PHFI, IPH Bengaluru, and JSS Medical College. So to start with, the next two slide, I'll just give a brief introduction. What is a disease registry and why we need it? A disease registry, some of you may know that it is a special database that contains information about people diagnosed with a specific type of disease or condition. You must be aware of cancer registries, which is like, mainstay for the cancer patients, because so much is new about the disease that we would like to know how the disease progress, what are the health outcomes, what we can do to better the outcome. So that's why a disease registry is required. Now, in the next slide, you might have seen this X-ray shown in the movie or somewhere. So it's a lung X-ray of the person who is affected with lung cancer. So now if I show you this picture, you immediately will establish the correlation between the smoking habits and the lung cancers. But how do we know that lung cancer is affected by the smoking habits? So when two doctors in 1950 decided to pursue or follow up some couple of their patients with the smoking habits, then they could establish the link between smoking and lung cancer. That is the power of a disease registry. So a population-based registry, it not only helps to determine the incidence, prevalence of a disease, but also the health outcome across a population, which is defined by a particular disease. In this scenario, a population defined by the smoking habits. So in Samhita is the name of the registry, which we have aptly called it because Samhita in Sanskrit means that systematic collection of information. So in this project, we have established the population-based registry defined by the presence, in a population defined by the presence of three most common hemoglobinopathies, which are sickle cell disease, thalassemia, and G6PD, which stands for glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. So as you can see here in sickle cell disease, the cells become sickle cell, so their efficiency to carry the oxygen becomes quite less. In thalassemia, there is synthesis of your hemoglobin gets affected. So again, the RBCs get affected and their oxygen carrying capacity get reduced. In G6PD deficiency is an enzyme where the G6PD is enzymes which helps in, like the house cleaning of the cells. If it is not there, a lot of reactive oxygen species get built up, and which is detrimental for the cell health. And thus again, you will have the anemia kind of situation. So all these are three common blood disorders which affect the communities or population in this part of India, South Karnataka. And with the registry, we are trying to help filling the knowledge gaps and establish the epidemiology of these three diseases. How we are using the Avni. So here, like wherever you see like Avni app, you can, so this is a concept map for the registry which we have come up with. This registry is established for the Chamarajanagar district in the South Karnataka, but we will be expanding it soon to the other districts in the next phase. So Avni platform has really helped us in establishing the district-wise and block-wise catchment area, so which is like really a useful feature there. And all components of the registry, starting from the registration and screening. So we conduct the screening test for the population, and then we once the person gets identified with the disease, then we enroll the person in the registry and then manage the disease for the person. So the app helps in all the steps of the registry, starting from screening and the registration of the person with the disease, and then comprehensive care, which also includes the management with the referral system with doctors, as well as at the tertiary care center, and then also helps in the research and patient advocacy, management, and genetic counseling. All these steps are being tracked and implemented using the Avni platform and app. So what features make Avni useful to us? So first and foremost, I would like to say that it's dynamic nature. Like it allows the creation of the flexible or multiple forms, which gives you enough flexibility to sync with the real time, real world unpredictability or scenarios. For example, I'll just give you a brief example here. We had a screening form where we enter the data of the screening results, followed by a confirmatory form where all the confirmatory results of the diagnosis comes through. But in some scenarios, we directly do the confirmatory test and bypass the screening test. So Avni platform allows us to cancel the screening form and go directly to the confirmatory form. So that flexibility is very useful when we are dealing with the real world. And second most thing is this real-time dashboard, which allows us, it's also quite useful to us. It allows us and help us in tracking the progress. Quick resolution of incidences or problems using the ticketing system is also very efficient, and we are very happy with it. It also allows the comprehensive data collection without the internet connectivity, which is like most of our field work is in the remote areas of BR Hills, which is Ranga Hills in South Karnataka. So most of the time you won't have a good internet connectivity. So it allows us to enter all the data, and the person can sync later on when they come back to their office where the internet connectivity is there. Last but not least, for us, the patient confidentiality is very, very important since we deal with the sensitive data. So in Avni, using the Avni platform, it can be all, the data can be managed using the unique ID in denotified way, and it's stored in a cloud-based secure database hosted by Avni server in Mumbai, India, which I understand. So this is very important because according to the Data Protection Act 2023, the patient data cannot be stored outside India. So that was a feature or requirement which Avni fulfills. So this is just a glimpse of all the kind of data we are collecting here. So starting from the demographics, where we take the age, gender, address, other things, then diagnosis status using the screening test and the confirmatory test, followed by the detailed registration where we take some more information about their economic status and other status, followed by the physical examination, medical history, comorbidities, lab investigations, and the treatment plan, and also the referral and the hospitalization details. So all these data are collected in the various forms using Avni, and they are interlinked. They are dependent on each other sometimes, not sometimes independent. This all flexibility is possible because of the Avni platform. We collect our data usually by the patient follow-up, the home visit, since most of our patients stays in the remote areas and do not have direct access to the health facility. We conduct the health camps periodically, where we get the data and which we enter in the Avni app. Again, without the internet, entering into the data, entering into the app really helps here. So what are the challenges Avni is facing today? This is my personal experience, and I would like to see it getting improved in the next year. We are heavily dependent on the Avni support for designing and editing the app. Even if it is a small spelling mistake or a small features to be added, we heavily dependent on the L2 support. So the limited access to the clients are given, which is for a good reason, that it should not break the code or programming, which I understand is a very valid reason. But I would like to see that in the future Avni comes with a limited which gives a limited access to the client, where they can give, give at least the superficial changes or the cosmetic changes, the way the Avni or the forms looks, so which will be quite useful for us. And also the super set reports, they have been designed according to our need. But when you start using the reports and monthly reporting system starts, you realize that some things are missing and some data you want to visualize in a very different way. But the training which we were given, or the exposure we were given, was quite basic. I would like to see that Avni comes with a 2 day or 3 day workshop, where the clients are given enough exposure so they become self-reliant in using superset reports. I'm not sure about how it is for Metabase, because since I use only, we have given access to superset only. And also I would like to see that if the Avni can, I don't know presently it is there or not, whether to how to integrate our data or to get the data from the external databases, mainly from the government portals like sickle cell disease portal, where a lot of so we have to go in sync with the government portal. So how to get these to get talking and can extract the data from external database and automatically, because it's otherwise if somebody has to do it manually, it's a lot of work to download the data from government portal and then upload it in the Avni app. It's quite a lot of work. I would like to see some solutions coming up there also. So yeah, that's the end of my introduction to Samhita, which is a registry we have created and established using the Avni technology, and we are very, very happy with it. Thank you so much for your time.